right, Sandra, now this. Critics are calling out CBS News for several editorial missteps. The big one, a recent decision to edit a response from Vice President Harris, which seemingly went in her favor. The media outlet now facing calls to release an unedited copy of the entire interview with Harris. Joe Concha, Fox News contributor, joins us now to talk about this. So what we want to do here is we want to play, it's the same question where Bill Whitaker asks about whether or not she would do anything different. Asks her about Netanyahu. And she has one answer. And so I was thinking about The View. There's so many. He asks her about Netanyahu. She has one answer that was put out in a promotional clip. And we aired that clip in its entirety. And then there's the clip as how it appeared on 60 Minutes. Let's watch them both here and see the difference.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
As you can see, the answers were completely different in the promo clip from what actually aired on the 60 Minutes program that evening. I don't understand. Why do you put out one answer as a teaser for everybody to see and then change it for the broadcast?
Well, the first answer, as we saw, John, that was all bubbles and no bath, right? Like, I could not decipher exactly what she was saying. So when the promotional clip went out, the campaign and Kamala Harris herself was getting a lot of backlash for it, and you hear those two words put together again, word salad. So CBS, seeing the backlash, then decided that when they broadcast that night, and remember, this is still a top 10 show, CBS, it's on after NFL football, they have a large audience, they put the answer out there that put her in the best light. So it's very simple now at this point. If you're CBS News, John, release the entire interview on cbsnews.com, infinite space there. Let everyone see it from start to finish without any edits or jump cuts. Release the transcript while you're at it. But CBS only released the transcript of the edited portion of the interview. Why is that, CBS? The same news division that screams about the importance of transparency is being anything but transparent here. And this is journalistic malfeasance. And now the story, John, is far less about Kamala Harris's actual answer after the edit and much more about 60 Minutes and their ethics or lack thereof. They've become the story. So this justifies Trump's decision not to do this interview, because if they edited Kamala Harris to make her sound better, what would they have done to the former president after editing his interview? The exact opposite, of course. There was no upside going there.
Trump is calling this the biggest scandal in broadcast history. I'm not sure it amounts to that, but it certainly is eyebrow-raising. Then there's this. It's a CBS morning show controversy. Their anchor, Tony Dokoupil, who's a very good journalist, was interviewing author Ta-Nehisi Coates, who was very critical of Israel in a new book. Dokoupil, as any journalist would, did a little bit of pushback against Coates. Listen to this.
I have to say, when I read the book, I imagine if I took your name out of it, took away the awards and the acclaim, took the cover off the book, the publishing house goes away, the content of that section would not be out of place in the backpack of an extremist. Why is there no agency in this book for the Palestinians? They exist in your narrative merely as victims of the Israelis, as though they were not offered peace at any juncture.
So after that, the CBS News brass threw him under the bus, saying that interview did not meet their editorial standards.
And that was done during an all-hands staff editorial meeting, which somebody secretly recorded. It was run by executives Wendy McMahon and Adrian Rourke. And Tony Dokoupil, to your exact point, he was thrown under the bus in front of all of his colleagues on this call. He was called morally wrong, and they said he had the wrong tone with Coates, who's a highly controversial figure, simply for asking solid questions to an author who believes Israel is an apartheid state and has implied many times in the past that Israel does not have the right to exist. So, yeah, maybe you want to challenge somebody like that if you get in front of them. But this is what CBS News is today, and it's a complete meltdown over there. Since then, the head of Paramount Global, that's the parent company of CBS, John, Sherry Redstone, she has publicly defended Dokoupil. And now CBS apparently decided to hire a trauma trainer trainer and a DEI expert to help the staff heal from the trauma that was Tony Dokoupil's questions in that interview. This ain't Cronkite's or Murrow's or even John Roberts' CBS anymore. This is the network that laid off Catherine Herridge last year, for example, who's one of the best reporters, as we both know, in this business just for doing her job. And now even Herridge is calling on CBS to be transparent. And transparency is a foreign entity over there, apparently, John.
You mentioned Sherry Redstone, who is the global chairwoman of Paramount, which is the parent company to CBS. Here's what she actually said. She said, quote, "I think Tony did a great job with that interview. I think he handled himself and showed the world and modeled what civil discourse is. He showed that there was accountability, that there is a system of checks and balances. And frankly, I was very proud of the work that he did." Mic drop, boom, Joe.
Good for her. I mean, she runs that company ultimately. And for CBS executives, CBS News executives, to say the opposite, boy, it's as serious as a prison fight over there at this point, I would imagine, internally, as far as the back and forth between powerful people.
We'll see where it goes. Joe, always great to catch up with you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.